growing up is one of those things that when situations arrive in our lives, but we gotta be smart about it. Because it's like when you start growing up, you let stupid stuff blow in the breeze. And it's like when your back is against the wall, that's when you know whether you've grown up or not, because you know whether to avoid conflict or go on and do what you would normally do, and that's react in a way that somebody that don't have um, the ability to grow up. Even though there is situations where you're gonna have to do what you have to do, but just hopefully and prayerfully you won't put yourself in that type of position to where you're faced with a decision to have to be made, even though a decision gonna have to be made either way. But the main decision is like, hey, is this worth me suffering consequences behind this, or is it worth me just humbling myself and walking away from this situation? But that's the main thing, is to make good decisions up front. And that's what you really call growing up, because that's when you start suffering growth spurts. Remember when you was a teenager, your knees start hurting and you're like, man, what the heck is going on? Before you know it, you done grew a couple inches taller, if not a couple feet, at least 1 feet, well, a couple feet in some people cases. But that's what it's all about, growing up, because that's what the world needs right now, love and more people growing up. I read something the other day. It said there's a lot of beautiful people in the world, but they don't have beautiful hearts, and they're not beautiful beings, because everybody trying to dress themselves up on the outside, but it's like, what about the inside? That's where it really counts, because like the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. So therefore the mouth, our actions are brought about of what's on the inside. And so once you start recognizing that, that's the first thing you do. Just like, you can go to church and put on a suit and gaiters, but have the most filthiest spirit in the world. And so it's like, you see a lot of people that got cars that need a motor in them, but they go paint it and get rims on it and put some sounds in there before they even stop the tick in the motor, or even check and see if the motor's worth leaving in the car. But that's just the way of the world. So I just implore everybody to grow up. Peace.